The dictionary definition of theory, we're going to start with theory, is a supposition or a system of ideas intended to explain something, especially one based on general principles independent of the thing to be explained. Also, notes below in the YouTube description, as well as notes on my website, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com. So, theory is a supposition or a system of ideas intended to explain something, especially one based on general principles independent of the thing to be explained. That's the definition. Ultimately, in layman's terms, a theory is only useful in its ability to understand, predict, or manipulate reality. Okay? Reality, for all intents and purposes, is physical. Like the people, places, and things in the physical universe is what most of us agree is reality. Okay? And the only reason people take scientists and engineers seriously is their ability to predict reality, like weather patterns, or to manipulate reality, like the creation of this smartphone right here, or to predict reality. Understand, predict, or manipulate reality. Ultimately, that's the purpose of a theory. And that is the idea behind all theories, including your theories about life. And it is the basis of the scientific method, which is, having the hypothesis and going out there and, quote, objectively proving that. But it all starts with a theory. Okay? And once a theory can accurately predict a reality, it becomes a belief. Okay? It becomes a belief. Once a theory can accurately manipulate reality, it becomes a thing. Okay, so if the theory can predict reality, it becomes a belief, which I'll cover in the next section. If the theory can accurately manipulate reality, it becomes a thing. Like this smartphone didn't exist before. Apple invented one. They had a theory, hey, we could do this touchscreen smartphone thing. People will want it. Let's see if we can build it. They built it, and now it became a thing, and now it shapes our reality because it is physical. Okay, it shapes our physical reality. And this is why scientists, engineers, businessmen get so much credence, get so much respect in our society, because they're able to manipulate our reality, our physical reality. And physicality is what we determine as the primary source of reality. Like, we recognize we all have thoughts, okay? But, there's airplanes, right? And there's airports, and that is a very physical, heavy control over people's reality that we have an inherent level of respect for in our society. Some societies aren't materialistic at all, but ours certainly is. And the most powerful people in our societies use theories to accurately understand, predict, and manipulate reality. And the people with the best theories get the most power, get the most money, get the most respect, and get the most control over, the world that we live in, for good and for bad. I'm not saying it's a negative or a positive. It's just a fact of life. But recognize that theory is the lowest level of certainty. Theories like, I think this will work, and I'm going to try and prove it. And if they're a proper scientist or engineer or businessman, they can recognize, hey, this theory was wrong. Let me either tweak this or let me abandon this. And once a theory can accurately predict reality, it becomes a belief. Okay? Theory is the lowest level of certainty. Belief is the next level of certainty on the certainty stack. There's three levels. Okay? There's, at the bottom is theory, above that is belief, above that is knowledge. So we're talking about beliefs. The dictionary definition of belief is an acceptance that something exists or is true, especially one without proof. Now, I would debate that in the sense of, yes, there's a belief. People believe in things without proof, but we also believe in all the theories that have been, quote, proven, if that makes any sense. What I mean by that is I don't know how this webcam works that I'm talking to you on, or the computer, or the television, or the smartphone. I take that on belief. Someone else has theorized, someone else has created it, someone else has brought that into reality, and they have an explanation for how those things work. I take that on faith, because their theories were proven accurate. So I take that their beliefs about how their creations work are accurate. In the same way, you take history to a degree as accurate as a belief. I believe World War II happened, but I don't know for sure. I wasn't there. Okay, that's a higher level of certainty than just a theory. Okay, I couldn't just sit here and say I have a theory that World War II happened. Okay, to me that's a belief. I don't know for sure, but I believe that World War II happened. Okay, with that said, I also believe that a lot of our history contains misinformation, because history is written by the winners. One example would be, some people said that the president had prior knowledge of the attack on Pearl Harbor, and he allowed that attack to happen because it would be minimal casualties, and it would give them, it's not a false flag, but it was a legitimate enemy attack, but they had prior knowledge to give them the grounds for attacking Japan with nuclear weapons to finish them off. And I believe that there's a decent possibility for that. And I believe that there's misinformation within our history because it's written by the winners, who have a massive motivation to control the narrative. But I can't say that I'm totally certain on that. I also believe that a lot of conspiracies are wrong, poorly researched, have all types of biases, and ultimately you judge things by the messenger. A lot of those guys are not the best messengers. Okay, so the belief is a middle level of certainty. But ultimately, when you truly analyze these things, it's not totally taken on certainty. And the highest level of certainty, number 3, is knowledge. Knowledge is awareness or familiarity gained by experience of a fact or situation. That's the definition.